So, where did we finish off last time? You were going to bed before the big day. So you guys hang out with Matuk in the evening, and then you get up in the morning, bright and early, and you are ready to go for your test of Sky.
All right, great. Let's go.
So I believe Hork gave you directions. So is there anything you wanted to take care of in town before you head off?
Well, I'm just making sure I have all my gear, like climbing stuff, those magic items we were sorting out earlier.
Sure.
And I've just been told like the general direction and the path, but not like anything in detail.
Basically. And Matuk was pretty sparse on the old details as well.
Sure. Yeah.
Because he seemed to be keeping stuff to himself.
Nice. Yeah, I don't imagine there's much for me to gain by sticking around, so I think I'll probably head off, sort of like
sure.
bright and early.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a chance one of the others is awake, and if they are, presumably they wish you good luck.
Great.
On your quest.
I'll thank them, whoever they are.
You head out of town towards the directions you've been given. It's basically that there's a path towards the left-hand side of the mountain. It's a fucking massive mountain. It's like probably, judging by the base of it, it must be like 20,000 feet tall or something.
Wow.
So like big ass mountain, like kind of like Kilimanjaro sort of size mountain. And the kind of terrain around Stormguard is all these kind of foothills, and so it's all kind of craggy, and there's a bunch of paths leading around, but there's this kind of one trail that Hork had kind of directed you that kind of cuts close to the mountain. And that is supposedly how you get to Starolf Bluff. So basically the way this is going to work, rather than us going, okay, so you walk 30 feet, you walk another 30 feet, you walk another 30 feet for 3 hours. We're gonna do it as a skill challenge.
Okay.
With some extra. So the skill challenge is 6 successes before 3 failures.
Right.
But because it's just you, and you probably only got like 4 skills or whatever that you're proficient with, you can use any skill you want. You can only use it once.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if you get a success, that will lead you to that will. Every success corresponds to reaching a major obstacle on the test of Sky that will be solved in some other manner outside of the skill challenge. And every failure is a consequence, and there's a random table.
Okay, sure.
See what happens. So you're kind of standing at the base of the mountain. You've got the path to Starolf Bluff continuing around the left-hand side and kind of curving off around the side of the mountain. There's the big ass storm above. It's raining a little, pretty standard. How are you gonna start off? What is your first skill you'd like to use?
I'd like to do a little religion check.
Check.
Have a little pray and be like, hey, this is me setting on the path to rebuilding this temple.
Okay.
I just want to center myself with that.
Go for it. Give us a religion check.
All right. Oh, nat 20. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
That's brilliant. That's pretty gnarly. Hell yeah, that's a nat 20. I swear to.
Okay.
And with religion, that's all the stuff. That's like 29.
29. Okay. Well, that's definitely higher. So you need a 15.
Okay.
It's going to be the DC for the skill challenge. So you start trudging along. You clutch your holy symbol, and praying away. You pass as you're heading up the trail, you pass the occasional person who's coming from some other section of the foothills, and they wave. Oh, hi, how's it going? Nice to see you. Good luck. You take the test of Sky. All right, bye.
Friendly
proceed on their way, and you're having a little pray, and you're pumped. You're so pumped. He feels as if he's right there, just hanging out on your shoulder. He's right up there, just in that storm, looking down at you.
Nice.
With a kind of pleased father look on his face. And you're walking for a couple of hours, and just having time of your life with that 29.
Right.
And then you slowly the path sort of begins to narrow, and then it starts to eventually it tapers down to a point where it's only like a foot wide, and it's just hugging the edge of like this rock face that goes around the mountain.
Oh,
which
shit.
is your first
Okay.
major obstacle.
That's my first major obstacle, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
take it out. I'm gonna take it out.
No, yeah, go for it, go for it. Oh,
'Cause-
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like so the mountain's on your right hand side. To the left, you're at this point after a few hours walking, you're about 400 feet up in the air, right? So you can see like the valley down below, and it's a fair nasty drop.
Okay, so this is about a 1 foot wide gap just hugging this wall. Can I like peek around a bit and
Yeah.
see how long it goes for?
It looks like
Just
it
to-
goes for about 30 or 40 feet. Not that long, but not long enough that you
Okay.
can just like continue walking blissfully unaware.
I think it's time to crack out some of the climbing gear.
Okay.
So, is there like somewhere I can stab some sort of pole or into a rock crack or
Like
something?
a little hooky piton thing to hook
Yeah.
yourself to? Yeah, sure, go for it. I mean, so
I could maybe do that with strength if you like, or
yeah. I mean, like I'm pretty sure you're strong enough to just do it.
Wisdom?
So you just hammer one in.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So give us a. So are you just kind of proceeding gently around, kind of stake by stake, or are you just tethering yourself and just like going for it?
I think what I'll. How many do I have like a number of stakes that I should be wary of, or?
You probably have whatever the standard number is. I think it's 20. 20 sounds about right. Let me check the book.
Yeah. Okay.
Keep it on. Most of the packs come with like 10, so you probably have 10 as
Okay,
a sort of
cool.
baseline.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and stab one onto like the safe starting area,
Uh-huh.
and I think what I'll do is I'll just shuffle along the wall edge, tied by the waist, and like tied to the pole and whatnot,
Okay.
and just shuffling along. And if I fall, then I've got bits of flying. I've got the rope.
Yeah, sure,
It should
yeah.
be okay. Yeah.
Okay, give us an acrobatics check with advantage then.
First roll's a 6. Second roll is a 15.
15.
So acrobatics is dex is +1, so 6.
Okay. So yeah, so you stake your piton in, and you get your rope. You've got like your gear comes with like it's got like a big belt. You can thread
Yeah.
the stuff through it, and the guy who sold you it was like explaining the knots, and you're pretty sure you remember how to do it. And it looks sturdy enough. You kind of you hook everything on and tie it around the thing with enough slack to get you round, and you start kind of inching round. And it's like it's a slow process. It tugs uncomfortably, but you make
Mhm.
yourself round. You make your way round, and then you
Yeah,
have
great.
to kind of cut that bit of rope off.
Imagine the center of gravity compared to the ledge was quite
Yeah.
precarious.
Is Rurak afraid of heights?
Is Rurak afraid of heights? He's been inside for a lot of his life. He has been flying before and stuff, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that there was a point when he was flying, and didn't we say he like threw up or something? Yeah, he's probably afraid of heights.
Yeah. So it's a deeply unsettling experience, and it looks like the path continues pretty heavily upwards. So it's difficult to say whether that will be an isolated, uncomfortable experience.
Mm-hmm.
But you make your way around without any significant issue. There's a couple of bits where like something kind of shifts a little under your foot, and you're like, whoa. But you're tethered on. You're not going anywhere, and you make your way around. So that is one success on the old skill challenge. So what do you want to try and use your next skill to do?
So I'm basically facing an uphill.
It's basically
Sort of-
it's like a gentle uphill, but you can kind of from the particular position you're at, you can see you have a better vantage point on the side of the mountain. You can see it's a steady uphill.
What
sort
kind of
thing.
terrain are we talking? Like, is it grassy, gravelly?
It's all pretty gravelly, kind of hard
Gravelly.
dirt.
Right. Okay. I maybe this is probably more of a survival check, but I'd say maybe insight to try and find the best path. Or is that more of a survival?
That would be more of a survival.
I've,
if you can think of another way to use insight, though.
No, we can run with survival for now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's run with survival.
Okay, go for it.
So, ooh, that was bad. That's a 3. I don't suppose there's anything I can do about that.
A 3.
And with a +5 is an 8.
An 8. I mean, if you've got inspiration, you're welcome to use inspiration.
You know, I don't think I have much inspiration. I'm not sure I have. So I think that's I'll take the hit.
Okay. So what'd you get? 8.
Yeah, 8.
All right. Can you roll a d4?
Sorry, one sec. Dice are falling.
That's right.
I don't have a D4, but I do have a D8. And
All right. Yeah, just
no, wait, I got a D4. I got D4. Here we go.
Sweet.
Okay. 2.
2.
2.
Okay. So whether or not it's actually related to your survival skill and your kind of your pathfinding ability, it starts to rain like super heavy compared to how it has been. Lost my. Hold on. Noink. So let me change from medium rain to strong rain.
Oh yeah, you're hearing these sounds right now.
I'm hearing. Yeah, you can't hear the sounds, but people. I think Emma can hear the sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't hear the sounds, but people. I think Emma.
She needs to be drawing. But yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. So it's heavy raining right now, and then it's basically effectively it's gonna mean that it's like difficult to rain.
Okay, that's pretty crap. Yeah.
All right. What skill are you gonna try for next?
What skill am I gonna try for next? So, okay, so it's still just the same sort of terrain, isn't it?
Yeah,
just like, yeah.
It's just now kind of wet and muddy underfoot.
Mhm. Trying to think what else I have good, sort of things in. Perception. That wouldn't be any use, would it? Like trying to see if there's any tree cover or anything around.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Yeah, is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's bad. That's really bad. That's a nat 1.
Nat 1.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Trying to think what I have. Can I use Korvaki? And ask him to lead me to the trees, or was there anything of like being Altius's like the hand and also like the shield or whatever that can help me see or communicate with crows and ravens and whatnot?
As a follower of Altius, you can use crows to send messages. But yeah, if you want to use Korvaki, then you can have advantage, but then you can't use Korvaki again.
I'll run with that, if that's alright.
So he'll give you advantage on like one check, and if you want it to be this one, then that's fine.
Yeah, I'll ask him to help me see which direction to go.
Okay.
Maybe you can see like tree line or whatever.
Sure. So give us another perception check.
Much better. That was a 13 plus 5 is 18.
18. So yeah, so you're like it's rough underfoot, and you're trying to see, but it's difficult because there's like it's just like a wall of rain coming down basically, and you're like, oh, if I could just get a bit higher, maybe I'd be able to see something. And then you get your little Korvaki figurine out. You tickle him on the back or however it is he's activated. I don't remember.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, hey boss. What's going on?
I'm doing a trial right now, and it's a bit rainy. I was wondering if you could have a look around and see if there's any tree cover anywhere.
Okay. And he kind of flaps off. And then he comes back about 10 minutes later and says, yeah, it looks like if you go that path's not gonna. It's bad down there. But up this way, there's like a cave, kind of a cliff, sort of overhanging bit, and you might be able to get a bit of cover up there.
That sounds great. Let's do that.
Okay, so you continue up the path, following Korvaki's new directions, and it does in fact lead you like kind of up under like an overhang. You get like 20 minutes, half an hour of kind of relatively undisturbed travel. Is back to the same kind of dry, muddy earth, and not the nasty, wet, slippy shit outside.
Yeah.
And you continue up, but unfortunately, the way he has led you leads you up to a section of the path where it's like it's background kind of on a cliff face again.
Okay.
And there's just this gap, and it's like there's like a 25-foot span where there's just no path at all.
Yeah, I think I'll crack out the bits of flying now.
All right.
No, wait, no, I won't do that because that would be that would be a bad idea in case I fell off that bird later. Hang on. Oh, this is potentially bad. How can I have a little look around? You said I was underneath a safe little rock bit, right?
Yeah, there's like an overhang.
Is there an overhang on the other side as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I like to use Thunder Step.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
I don't think you even have to make a check if you're just doing that.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. So you just you're like looking around, you kind of jazz yourself up, and you kind of go hold the holy symbol, and you go poof, and you kind of materialize on the other side of the gap with a big crack, and there's like this echoing thunder reverberation. Can you roll a d20?
Yep. Oh, that's really bad again. That's a nat 1. Okay.
So your thundery aftershock kind of reverberates through the sort of kind of dip you're in, and from further up the mountain you can hear like the rumbling of stone.
Shit.
And then the rumbling sort of starts to get louder, and you can see a kind of a disturbance moving down the mountainside, and sort of picking up pace.
Fuck. Okay. Am I in a safe overpass bit? Am I like?
You're in a relatively safe, like currently the overpass is above your head, but you don't know how much. Like it's difficult to say how strong that overpass is, like how thick it is.
Is there a safer place? It looks like.
Give us
along the way. Does it look like the overpass gets wider or anything?
Yeah, it looks like it gets a little wider further down.
Yeah, sprint.
Okay, go for it. Give us an athletics check.
Athletics. That's 12. Do I get any bonuses from the gauntlets? Aren't helping me, are they?
Well, they should be. It's strength.
It's strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. That just puts up to +4, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that's a 12. Can I like cast enhance ability on myself for strength?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Would that give me any such? I'm not sure.
Full strength. You have advantage on strength checks. So yeah, you get advantage.
Cool. Let's go for that. Oh, that's not good. That's an 11 with like a 7 +4.
Okay. So what's your final?
Yeah. 12, I guess. How many fails have I had? This is my third fail.
That's your second overall fail.
Okay.
Like that's just the avalanche is just an unintended consequences of the way you go up past that obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
So what was it, 12?
I guess it's a 12. Yeah, just running as fast as I can to for the overpass.
Okay. So can you give me a dex save?
Dex save. Okay. 13 + 1 is 14.
14. Okay. So you lag it. You're sprinting down this thing, and you can hear this kind of the rumbling gets louder and louder and louder, and then you can hear it kind of crash behind you, and you can hear sections of this overhang breaking off as well, and there's like this thud of rocks behind you, like real hot on your tail, and you get like as you're running, you can sort of get the sensation that it's like sweeping up behind you, and then you get struck on the back with like a stray boulder,
right,
as the avalanche is finishing. So you take 18 bludgeoning damage.
Damn, that's a fair amount of bludgeon damage. Okay, man. Yeah, sure. Can I take that off of D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I know I can.
18, you said?
18.
There you go. And a 53. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's not too bad.
But otherwise, your 2 successes on a 6 success skill challenge.
Hmm.
So, what skill would you like to use next?
So the avalanche is like over as far as I can tell.
It's like it wasn't a big one. It was big enough to, hurt, but it wasn't big.
Yeah.
It didn't set off any sort of chain reaction or anything like that.
That's good. Okay. And like the path I came along is like totally destroyed.
It's not in a good way. You can probably pick your way over it, because it's like quite a lot of small rocks. It's
Right.
not like any
Okay,
big
that's
rocks
fine.
really.
I might take 5.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know.
Yeah.
I
Take a
think I
breather.
might spend my medicine check here to kind of heal up a bit from
Okay, sure. Yeah. Go for it.
the thing that encounter. Should I like use a spell to actually heal, or should I just like gather myself with medicine check?
Well, a medicine check would count towards your skill challenge. That'd be you kind of picking yourself up and kind of sort of making sure you've not done any damage on your back, any sort of compression fittings and stuff like that. You got to do any damages essentially
Great.
so that you're in full fighting form. If you
I'll
actually want
do
to
that.
heal hit points, then you can use the healing spell.
Nah, the hit points are fine. I'll just make sure I'm in good form. 13 plus was it plus 9? So yeah, 22.
Okay, so you're kind of like, take a breather and you get a backpack off and kind of the back's pretty sore. You've had better backs. You get all the you sort of
Boulder to the back is not pleasant.
you stretch everything out a bit. Sit down, take a breather, maybe have a snack. Sort of sling anything up that put a bandage on, cold compress, poultices, stuff like that, and you kind of get yourself reevaluated after the excitement, and then you're ready to continue on up the trail.
All right, yeah, I'll head on.
And so far, it's fine. And then so you've been walking for about 6 or 7 hours at this point, because we're skipping over the little meaningless stuff like, oh, there's a bolt, I just walked around the bolt.
Yeah.
So it's starting to get a bit dark, and you come to a sort of cave opening, off the path where you might be able to rest if you wish to rest, like spend the night. It's difficult to say how close you are at the minute, but you still feel like you can still see the storm is quite far above you, and you can also see the crows that every now and then you notice a storm crow flying around, and they all still seem to be quite a bit further up than where you are right now. So you're maybe about halfway there.
Yeah.
So you can press on in the night if you wish, or you can have rest, or it's entirely up to you. Go home, wherever you fancy.
Could go home. Could teleport to Meriden right now.
Yep.
I think I will take the rest in the cave to kind of just like re-evaluate, what I'm doing and whatnot.
Sure.
I think what I want to try and do is, try and search somewhere, either like communing with Altius or calling Morden or something to like try and get some sort of inspiration, basically.
Okay, sure, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Sure.
So you kind of make your way into the cave. It's got like a natural sort of a little trickle of water coming through it, a little stream in the back. You can see there's like an ashed out fire that's still actually somewhat reasonably warm. As if someone's been here not too recently.
Okay. Can I use insight now? This wouldn't be part of the. This wouldn't be one of the skill checks, though, would it?
Probably. There's probably nothing in here that will. I mean, yeah, no, you can if you want. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 14 plus 9. Yeah, 23.
Yeah, so you you sit down.
Yeah.
You have a look at everything, and you poke through the fire, and you're just kind of relaxing, having your tea and everything. You get sort of a sleeping arrangement laid out, and then in the spot where you're setting down all your stuff to kind of rest overnight, you notice there's like a little kind of drawing, almost like a little kind of hieroglyph cave drawing sort of thing on the back that looks like a map almost. And as you're looking at it for a minute or two, You're like, oh, hang on, so that's down at the bottom there, that must be Stormguard, and then there's like, that must be, that looks like sort of the direction that I've kind of wound up coming in. And then there's like 2 branching paths on it, and one of them, there's like a cross at the end, and one of them has like a circle.
Right, okay. Sure. Can I... Oh. Is there much I can, like, gather from that as it, like, does it look like dwarvish sort of, like, glyphs?
It's not quite glyphs, but it's got that sort of almost heavy-handed, quite sort of angular, pretty sharp kind of dwarvish made look to it. As if someone's kind of been up and chiseled it out.
I'm just... Rurak could probably think that would be the way to go.
Sure.
With the one with the circle.
Okay.
There's the thought crosses my mind of maybe that was perhaps like Matuk trying to mislead Rurak, but he was always honorable personality, wasn't he? Yeah, that's probably not the kind of thing he'd do. So I think Rurak would probably be like, yeah, that's the way to go. That's probably some old traveled path that someone knows.
Sure. Okay. So you have a look at that and you're like, okay, well, I'll try that tomorrow, and you lie down and have a fairly fitful rest. Back's a bit sore when you get up in the morning. Nothing you can't handle. You've had worse. You kind of gather all your things again and you're ready to set off on day 2.
Can I call my dad?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
What's the name of this trial again? It's like
the Test of Sky.
Then there's also like the traditions. It's called like the ways or something.
The old ways.
The old ways. Yeah. I wanna have a chat to Dad.
Yeah. So
he knows about the old ways, doesn't he?
Yeah, he would know, because he I think we said that he grew up here, so he probably know a little bit.
Okay.
So you get his phone out and give him a ring. He's like, hello?
Dad, it's Rurak.
Oh! Rurak, how you doing? What's going on?
I'm good. Well...
It's very early.
It is very early, isn't it?
You're never normally up at this time. What's changed? Turning over a new leaf, eh?
Well, I'm not sure you'll believe me, but I'm doing a test of Sky right now, Dad.
Shit the bed! No, you're not. You come home right now. You're not allowed to be doing that sort of thing.
No. I'm
you can hear
doing fine.
Yelling on the other side of the line. Your mother says you're not to be doing that.
You never told me about the old ways, Dad.
Well, yeah. It's not very. We were never in Stormguard, son. And they have very little application outside of Stormguard. Not like blacksmithing. Taught you a lot of that, didn't I?
We're from. You did.
Aye.
That's where we're from. It's where we're from, Dad.
Aye, but. Aye, well, look. Right, son. The old ways are a lot of bumbo jumbo. I'm going to be honest. It's just rules to live in Stormguard. They're not that useful.
They seem a little bumbo jumbo. Yeah.
How? Once you're not in Stormguard, you realise they're pretty useless.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've only come across issues with them, being in Stormguard.
Yeah, so. Anytime they don't want you to do the thing you're doing, it's always the old ways, isn't it? Old ways this, old ways that. Yeah, I've had...
None of them believe me. I keep telling them I'm the Hand of the Storm. They're like, no, that's what everyone says. I'm like, no, it's really me. But, they
shocking behaviour.
Right now. Shocking behaviour, you're right, Dad, you're right.
So,
I don't know.
So what why are you sure you want to be doing this? It's very dangerous.
Yeah. Nah, I'm sure I need to get up to the top of that mountain, Dad.
Okay,
it's
son.
for the big man,
If you say so. I'm good at the risk of sounding like them. That's what they all say. Often. That's why part of the reason.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give you any ideas. You always had a bit of an adventurous spirit about you.
Aye.
You're always getting into fights at school with those other kids.
Well, I mean, they were arseholes.
Aye. Okay, you've got me there. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Had it coming.
I would have also been doing that. But
you've not been having any bother with those lot again, have you?
Nothing I can't handle. It's all good.
Bill.
Well. They haven't been around as much recently after you scared them off.
Oh, that's good. I thought that would get him. What's that?
Sorry, it's not. Do you want to speak to your mother?
Yeah, go on.
There's a kind of muffling kind of as they pass the stone over, and then your mom's like, Rurak!
Hey,
What are you doing up that mountain?
It's for the big man. You know the big man.
You better come home right now.
No, I can't.
You're upsetting me, Morden. Aren't you? Aye, Morden says you're upsetting him.
Well, no, come on. I need. Listen, I'll be home. I'll be safe. It's fine. I don't know. I wanted to call you lot. Just.
Well.
Chat about it.
Is there a? It will not be much use to you from here. Is there anything, any news otherwise? What else have you been doing? Fighting?
Any news? No.
Stealing?
Not much fighting. Healing, yeah.
Healing?
Some healing.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
That's a good boy.
On a boat.
A boat?
That's about it.
Yeah, I never trusted a boat.
You know that.
Nothing good's ever arrived on a boat, Rurak.
Okay, hey. I mean, I know Lilith was.
Nothing good's ever arrived on a boat.
I'll take.
Boats are impermanent.
Boats do sail away.
Aye, don't they? Shut up. I know what I'm doing.
Right, Mum. I'm gonna be fine.
Your father's poking me. I'm talking to the boy. We Mordens absolutely distraught at the concept of you going up that mountain.
Pass more.
Or he will be when he gets up, at least.
He's not up yet.
No,
I mean, it is a bit early.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Teenagers.
He's a grown man now.
Aye, he's been out on the town. Off out. Aye. Off out with the roustabouts and the ragabouts and the vagamuffins.
You pick up a bird?
I don't like to ask.
Don't like to ask. I'll ask him later.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's not the sort of conversation a grandmother should be having.
Once I'm back off of this mountain.
Aye. When will you be back? You'll be asking.
I think this is just a few hours left on this walk.
A few hours.
And then
okay.
And then there's.
You're not going to stop at that, though, are you? You're not going to be content with just getting a big fancy crow. You're going to go up that big mountain, aren't you?
I do have to go up the big mountain.
You could just take the crow. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be nice to have a crow about the house?
It would be nice to have a crow, but I'm heading up the mountain after that.
You know nobody comes back from that, don't you?
Not yet.
And you know everyone thinks that they can make it, and then they go, and then they leave behind some very sad mothers.
Mum, I'm stronger. I'm stronger than the rest of them. I've over this last year I've gotten a lot stronger, and I'll be okay. I promise I'll be back home for dinner, and you can put a pot on for us.
All right, son, you don't let me down.
Nah, never do.
Okay, do you want to speak to your father again?
Yeah, go on.
Aye, hello, son.
Hey, mate.
Aye,
hey,
sorry,
hey,
Martin doesn't know. She's lying to you.
Well, good.
Do you want Martin to know?
He doesn't need to know yet.
Okay, I won't tell him.
Okay.
When should I expect to hear from you?
How about when I arrive down at the bottom of the storm guard with my new bird?
And how long is that going to be? Just in case in case something goes wrong.
It's going to be fine.
Because
I think.
Does your wizard made these, didn't she? Can I get it? Is there like a technician line? Can I get in touch with her if I don't hear from you?
You've got the stone, don't you?
Aye.
Is there a line you can? I'll figure something out for you. If
okay.
If they buy in 24 hours, a whole day or whatever.
Okay.
If a whole day's passed, then then you can.
I'll
follow
try
it.
and erase you, and then I don't know. I'll get something organised, But I'm sure you'll be
It'll
fine.
be
son, I'm
fine.
sure you'll be fine.
I'll be the one to call you.
Aye.
It'll be
Okay.
fine.
I look forward to hearing from you. Okay.
Aye. Me
Okay.
too.
Right. Okay. I love you. Bye.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. No, we're saying goodbye now, Julian. He's going. Bye. Bye. And then the phone goes dead.
All right. I'm content with that family chat.
Yeah. You can have an inspiration.
Great. Thanks for that.
This whole thing.
I'll Can I? I've got sending.
Yes.
Is that a ritual spell?
Is it a ritual spell? I don't know. I have a feeling it's not, but maybe.
If it's not, then it's fine. I'll just spend a spell slot. Give Lyda a sending and be like, hey, if you don't hear back from me.
It's not a ritual.
So this is a new day, right?
It is a new day. Yes, you got all your spell slots. Right?
Yeah. I'll also be like, hey, I'm camped up. I'm about to head off for the second half of the journey. If you don't hear from me by the end of the day, can you call my family?
Okay.
Or come get me. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So you. I don't know if Lyda heard you, but presumably she's like, yes, boss.
All right. Cool.
Good one or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. And yeah, and after that, you all your stuff's ready to go. You're ready to continue up the rest of the path.
Mm-hmm. And I'll head towards the highlighted path with the circle, not the X.
Cool. So
Yeah.
get up there, and it is an easier path. It's a bit off the beaten track because you're trying to find the bit where the actual fork is, and it's a sort of initially it looks more difficult. You start heading up there, and it plateaus out, and it's generally a smoother sort of experience.
Oh, great.
And then you head up and continue up this path, and then you reach this. Essentially, the path stops, and there's like the kind of a cliff wall that extends out and around, sort of like the little ledge, but in reverse. And it looks like the path would continue round, but there's this just big jut of wall, and you can see there's kind of like worn bits. What's your passive perception?
Passive.
15. Sure.
15?
So yeah, you can see there's like handholds and footholds have kind of been worn in. It looks like, or something that would serve as handholds and footholds, and you can see like the occasional spike has been left and rusted over the years.
Okay.
But there is no obvious way to kind of.
So sorry. Can you explain the obstacle again?
So essentially, like the path just leads up to like basically like a solid stone wall, and then that stone wall kind of juts out over further to the left than the path does, like off over the side
Over
of
the ledge. The overhang.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it kind of peering around, it looks as if it continues on.
How long is it? How tall is this wall?
The wall is. It's about 15 feet tall, but like at the kind of top of it, it kind of peters back out, so it's like a ceiling.
Right.
So it looks
okay.
like it kind of yeah.
So I'm kind of looks like there's handholds along this wall.
Yeah.
And there's nothing. Can I like peek underneath the overpass bit? There's no like small ledges there either to grab onto.
Not as far as you can see.
No, it's just the wall.
Yeah.
All right. What would be the best way to do this? That's some sort of wall climbing thing. No, what have I got? I've got bits of flying, ring of animal friends, whatever, and those gauntlets. I think are stronger. I think maybe it's a case of just putting a peg into the ground and myself and trying to climb along the wall.
Okay. So yeah, you hammer a piton into the ground and hook your belt up to it, and then can you give me a what's your speed?
25.
25.
Yeah.
Can you give me 2 athletics checks with advantage?
Okay. 8 and 11, so athletics is plus strength, so 15. So that's
15?
a pass in the first one.
Yeah.
1 and a 4, so that's a fail on the second.
Okay.
What was that? That's a 8.
So you start
8.
heading around. You know, you're hooked into the ground. Feels pretty sturdy. You're well secured on the old belt. You kind of start hand holding your way down round and grabbing onto like big jutting bits of rock and stuff like that, and edging yourself round. But then as you get further round, you can see that it's like the stretch that the climb has to be is like 100 feet. So you're making your way steadily for until you're about halfway there, and then like a bit crumbles, and you lose your balance a little. Can you roll a d20 please?
Yep.
Or make it a dex save actually.
Oh, that's really bad. Dex save. How many fails have I had?
Just one actually, I think.
It's one major fail?
Yeah. It started raining. Still raining pretty heavily actually.
Okay. And this wall goes for a long while, huh?
Yeah, there's another 50 feet.
There's another 50 feet yet. I just rolled pretty bad. Is there any way I can use like climbing tools to anchor myself into the wall a bit more, or?
Well, basically, the climbing tools means that you're not gonna. There's like a certain distance you're not gonna fall more than now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my handbook's falling apart.
Oh dear.
That's right. But let me double check.
Tell you what, I don't know if I had this prepared, but could I use stone shape?
Sure, yeah. How would you use it?
I'd use it just to, like, basically just throw my arm into the wall to, like, have a really solid
okay.
hold.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. That totally works.
Is that okay?
Yeah. So you reach out and grab like this kind of like a jutting section of rock, like a big jaggy bit, and as you put your weight on it, it snaps and you kind of fall forward, and instinctively you kind of do a little Altheus prayer and punch into the wall, and you like grab onto like. It's really weird sensation because it's like you're grabbing onto something solid that you can move through.
Right. Okay. Sure.
But you're arm deep in stone.
Okay.
But you know that's a strong enough point for you to be able to kind of catch your breath for a minute.
Nice. Could I use the same sort of technique to create a really solid place for me to put in like a spike or something?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
That I'm like very confident this is not moving. And tie a second piece of rope to, so I can like have another whatever 50 or 60 feet to have safety with.
So how does stone shape? Okay, yeah. So you kind of your left arm's in on the rock and kind of pull yourself up and around, and then reach in and whack another piton in. And the stone sort of reflows around it and holds it pretty solidly in place. And your rope is anchored on there, so you're not going to fall any significant distance anymore.
Okay.
And then, can you give me another athletics check?
Sure. I
With
just
advantage
passed. That's a 15.
15?
Yeah, 15. I'll take 15.
Yeah. Okay. So what? Having had the little shock, you're a little kind of slower and more, paced and measured as you head round. But that piton's not going anywhere, and you're able to make your way around the last section and onto the path that kind of re-emerges again.
Great. Okay. Cool. Oh man. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's you on 4 successes, 1 failure. So what skill would you like to use next to continue your journey?
What skill would I like to use next? So I feel like Rurak is probably pretty shook.
Mm-hmm.
That was a pretty close to death situation there. Can I somehow use like persuasion to kind of be like, everything's gonna be fine. You know, I've got all the gear I need. I've got all the
Sure, just kind of like talk yourself down.
Yeah, talk yourself down a bit.
Yeah, okay, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, that's not good. Nope.
You can use your wisdom.
6. I can use my wisdom.
Yeah.
Am I still proficient in it?
Yeah.
So I rolled a 3 plus 5 plus 5 again. Is that how much? How much proficiency bonus do I get? Plus 4. Plus 4 is plus 9. So 12.
12.
Yeah. Is there anything else I have to calm myself down a bit? I mean, could I pour myself a bit of that mushroom wine?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. What would that facilitate?
That'll give you advantage, but it may come back and bite you again later on.
Okay.
It's pretty strong.
Ah, shit the bed. Nah, that's 12 again.
Okay.
Nah, that's
So
fine.
you're like, okay, just gonna sit down, take a breather. All right, it's gonna be fine. I'm only like 2,000 feet in the air, but I've got everything I need. I've got my belt. I've got my wine. You pour a little glass, and you're like, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be all good. I'm just, two and a half. That's quite a long drop down there. 2.5, 3,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like a fall like that wouldn't kill me instantly anyway. So, and you're not feeling tremendous. Feels a bit more nervous. There's like something kind of in the bottom of your chest that's just slightly there, kind of irking at you. Can you roll a d4?
D4. Okay. That's a 2 again.
A 2.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you make a dex save, please?
Dex save. Dear. 17 plus 1 is 18.
Okay. So you're kind of heading down the path. You're a little tipsy, slightly, not massively, but enough to not notice the kind of mudslide that has developed with the heavy rain over the past 2 days.
Oh shit.
So you you slip, like right onto your arse and start sliding towards the edge of the path, but you just manage to catch yourself as you fall off. So you're one hand on the path, and there's about a 2,000 feet drop below you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just grip my dear life. What am I gripping onto? Just a rock ledge?
Yeah, basically there's just like a chunk of solid rock in amongst like there's like mud all in between your fingers, and there's like this film of nasty kind of gloop over the top of it.
Can I use some sort of climbing axe to get a stab or something?
Yeah, sure. Just give us an athletics check. I forgot you had axes. You have advantage.
Advantage?
Yeah.
Oh mate, athletics. 13.
13.
13.
Okay, so you swing your axe up into the top, and it doesn't grip onto anything, and slides back off again, and then you have to kind of overextend to swing up again, and it lodges in something, but then you lose your grip on the rock, so you're now just holding onto the axe, and it's kind of slowly slipping back through the mud, off the edge, towards the edge of the path.
Shit. Okay. Okay. So I've got boots of flying, so I'm fully prepared. If I start falling to activate them and go.
Yeah.
Just like mentally. Okay. But before then, I'm gonna keep trying to just climb up.
Okay. Give us one more athletics check.
17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like...
Plus 23 or something.
23.
21.
Okay. So you're holding on to this axe with your big strong gloves, and it's kind of slipping and slipping and slipping, and then you kind of you pull yourself together and you kind of ease up, and you sort of like do a kind of a jump almost, because like you kind of pull yourself up, but the momentum of you pulling yourself up causes the axe to slip off the edge, and you manage to grab onto the rock and really slowly ease yourself up by kind of scraping on the sides of the wall with your feet and pulling yourself up, and when you get up there you're covered in mud, the whole back, all your backpack, all your clothes is just soaked with this kind of thin brown crap. Your hair is all nasty. You've done better. You've looked better. But you're not dead.
Okay, that's the important bit. All right, we're gonna super carefully grabbing whatever I can, like shrubs or bits of rock, just getting off this mud, just getting somewhere solid.
Yeah, just kind of cleaning yourself up and easing yourself along. Managed to make it out the kind of the treacherous bit of it. So what is it? What's the next skill you want to try and use to proceed further?
What am I at right now?
4 successes out of 6, but 2 failures.
2 failures. Okay. So I've used religion, persuasion, medicine, insight, and athletics.
Yeah.
And survival.
Yes.
It's kind of hard to. Nature's intelligence, isn't it? It's not actually wisdom.
Yeah, it's intelligence. Yeah.
That's shite. I wonder if. Sorry, I'm trying to.
That's all right.
Fill this ends here. Like, I know I want to use my animal handling, obviously at the end part where I'd have to be trying to get hold of the bird. I don't want to use the bits of flying for anything. So I'm not able to reuse any of these, am I?
None of the skills you've used already, no.
Okay.
You can use spells though.
What tools do I have? In terms of like climbing stuff? Like got like that axe.
You got some climbing axes.
Are the axes like damaged or anything?
One of them is a bit muddy. It's like, and also some of the teeth on it have kind of chipped away a bit because it's been scraping on that rock. But the other one's okay. So
I was wondering if there's anything I can use my metalworking skills to
Oh sure, yeah.
Fix one of these, or make in any way make something more useful, like bending some of the poles to turn them into hooks or something.
Give us a Smith's tools check with your wisdom.
Okay. Oh, bad. That's a 2.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like,
yeah.
You sit down. And you're like, alright, okay, well this one's actually not gonna be. I'm not super comfortable with that one. So if I get what you've got is which kind of you've got Filnir, and you might there's some kind of appropriately shaped rocks nearby that might kind of do the job kind of crudely. And you start trying to get stuff together, but it doesn't. If anything, it makes it worse, and it's basically unusable.
Damn. Okay. I had to proceed onwards then. Let's think. There's no it's all natural up here. There's no structures, is there?
It's just entirely natural terrain, yeah.
It's entirely natural. Okay. I feel like maybe. So, I'm looking at my languages here. I have Altian.
Hmm.
That's just text, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not
You
any
can
sort
also
of.
you can understand spoken
Mhm.
stuff in the Althian dialect. Um, you could probably speak it, but it would probably only be in a scenario when you were speaking to someone that was already speaking it. If that makes sense. Like you
Mhm.
probably don't cognitively understand the language, but it's just you sort of understand how to speak it when someone else, like you understand how to have a conversation with someone in it. If that makes sense.
Sure. Have I used perception? I used that for the trees, didn't I?
Uh, yeah,
Did, yeah.
yeah, I think so. Yeah,
I was wondering if maybe I could, like, somehow attempt to speak Altian to like a crow or a raven or something that I can see.
that'd probably be animal handling.
That'd be animal handling. Hmm. That's. Um. Yeah, we can use animal handling, and then later on I'll be casting a spell with that
Sure.
ring one time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay. Let's try animal handling.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. I guess I'll just make a roll. Oh, fuck me. It's a 2.
2.
Yeah. Um. I might use inspiration on this one. Unless there's some sort of spell I could cast. I think I'll use inspiration on this one.
Okay, go for it.
10 plus 5 is 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, it's not going as well as I'd hoped. I was like, I'll just walk up there. It'll be fine. And you kind of you start muttering to yourself, and then you're getting reasonable. You're quite far up the mountain now, so you're like, best guess, like 2,500, 3,000 feet from Stormguard level.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the crows actually fairly close nearby.
Okay.
And you're probably maybe a little bit frustrated or whatever, or you're not super aware of how it happens, but you just kind of speak this weird sort of. It's not like a. It's like a sound rather than an actual word, and then one of the ravens kind of peels off and flies off around the mountain. And you proceed on down the path. And hang on, let me think a minute here.
Like, I'll tell you what, like, I think maybe after, like, falling and getting frustrated, you can't even, like, do some basic metalworking.
Yeah.
I feel like Rurak's more just, like, probably shouting at the ravens.
Oh, sure,
Like,
okay.
you can see it. Like, you big, you. Why am I even here? You're what? Look at you just flying around, having no idea what I'm up to, and then it probably like progresses from like common to like really frustrated dwarvish.
Oh, sure, okay. So you're just kind of having a bit of an anger outburst, letting it all out.
Basically.
Yeah. So you're kind of you're yelling at the crows that you can see. They're just cawing away, flying around, having a care in the world, and you're just yelling at them and getting more and more frustrated. And then you feel this kind of sort of calming presence, like there's something up in that storm, sort of watching you again, like it was when you first started heading up there, and you kind of get yourself back into the headspace of where you were when you started this whole trek, and how confident you felt, and you sort of take a minute and calm yourself down, and you're able to proceed on, and path doesn't actually seem as bad as you'd expected. There's no more big nasty mud bits. It's all actually fairly dry up here for some reason.
All right. Cool.
And you proceed onwards. And then eventually, a few hours later, you reach this another section where the path has fallen away, except it's over a larger stretch than the first time you had to jump. Or how did you go over that one?
Teleport.
You teleport.
Yeah.
So this one is more like maybe 50 feet across.
Wow.
And there's like a sheer mountainside, but there's this one sort of tree that about halfway across the path, and it looks like someone has kind of made a makeshift like rope swing, over it, which is dangling.
Oh wow! And you have to kind of wall run or just swing or.
You have no idea. There's like a 25, 30 foot. No, it's more than that. But there's about a 40-foot gap, and there's just this long kind of bit of rope, sort of tied to a tree, hovering in the middle of it.
And like the rope is dangling like 20 feet away from you or something.
Yeah. But the kind of the path you were trying to get to is slightly lower down, and then it kind of picks up again. So you've got a bit of height on your side.
So it's kind of just like a jump and grab sort of
Probably,
situation.
yeah.
It looks like.
That's
how does that tree look?
That's like how Naren would do it. Give it a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 14.
14.
Yeah.
It looks okay. You've seen better trees. You've
Oh,
seen
I
worse
got
trees?
advantage. I got advantage on that.
Oh sure, yeah.
20.
20. Yeah. So initially you're looking at it and you're like, looks okay. It's all right. You know, sturdy enough. Not the biggest tree in the world, and you kind of keep looking at it, and you narrow your eyes a little bit, and then you notice like a section of the root ball is kind of beginning to poke its way out. It looks like it's kind of just the tree has just gradually just been kind of shunted forward.
Yeah.
So there's a section of roots are exposed, but it is probably still pretty sturdy. There's more tree in the mountainside than there is out of the mountainside.
Okay. Okay. So like I said before, I've got my bits of flying. I'm pretty prepared. I think I'm gonna be okay to make the jump.
Okay.
I think I'm like mentally prepared to, if it all goes to shit and I start falling,
Yeah.
kick on the bits of flying, head up.
Okay.
Does this look like it's gonna be a dex or strength thing?
It's probably just going to be an athletics to try and actually get enough speed to run and jump, and like it's a pretty thick rope, so it's going to be easy enough to actually grab it as long as you're running in the right direction.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a strength ability enhance ability on strength.
Okay.
That's right. Give myself advantage on this one.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm just gonna go for it. Make the jump.
Give us
try
an
and grab
athletics
it. Okay. Yes, 19. Let's do the advantage. Yep, I'll go for 19.
Yeah. Okay.
Athletics 23.
So you're like, all right, okay, it's fine. I've got these mad boots. They said they work. I've seen them work. It'll be fine. I'll just turn them on if it goes wrong. That's a big rope. I can grab that. It's down there. And you kind of you back up a bit. And you're like, okay, get yourself in the zone, and you sprint, and you leap, proper Tarzan style. Grab the rope, and the momentum of your dad bod propels you forward, and you kind of release at the right point, and it's a pretty smack landing, and it kind of you feel it in like your knees and everything, but you make it onto the other side of the path relatively unscathed.
That's sick. All right, cool. Yeah, I think he's pretty content to just like sit down for a good 5 minutes to just.
So you take a seat.
You're
like, okay, take a seat, and then you hear this kind of straining noise, and then you kind of look to your left, and the tree just kind of slowly capsizes and falls down the mountain.
Oh my god. Okay, cool. Yeah, just like.
Yeah, basically.
Just totally goes.
It's
nice.
like, okay.
I think that's a small amount of satisfaction Rurak could probably have from that.
There it goes. There we go. Job done.
Job done.
So
I
that's
think that'll be the point to move on from that.
Sure. So that's you 5 successes, 2 failures. So the next skill check decides it, basically. Right. So what's the final skill you're trying to do to get to the top of the mountain? Well, to get to Starrow Bluff.
So I'm feeling that I'm pretty close to the ravens now, to where they're circling.
Yeah, you can kind of
Yeah,
you can see them. They're about a few. They're still like a few hundred feet away, but they're definitely much closer. And they look big.
Trying to think of any other checks I've not exhausted yet. Rurak might try stealth.
All right.
He's gonna try and be quiet.
Okay, try and like sneak up on them.
Yeah.
Okay, give us a stealth check.
Ooh, that's a fail. That's 7.
7.
Yeah.
anything else you're trying to do for it or anything?
You know, I think like Rurak's finally like, okay, I'll go a bit quiet, and then he starts like trying to be quiet, and then he just realizes like, hang on, I'm not the quiet guy. That's not my thing. That's not what I do. I'm walking in. So I think he just kind of wants. I want to just kind of walk up to wherever they are, and see what happens when I'm there.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're initially trying to stealth, and then you're like, you know what, fuck this, and you just kind of go for it, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of go for it.
Okay, give us a dex save.
A dex save. Oh, 15, 16.
15. Okay, so there's like, you know, you keep going, and then there's a couple of kind of dodgy bits where, like, you know, a section of path falls away under your feet, but you kind of you maintain your assured attitude and you keep walking, and then you get to this point where you can see up ahead this big cliff face, or kind of sort of ledge almost, where the storm crows are gathering. It's like a sort of a it's a bluff. Do you know what a bluff is? It's like a basically it's like a big sort of jutting outcrop, like a big flat outcrop that extends out the mountain.
Okay, sure.
But it's higher than where you are, so there's like a cliff face to climb to actually get up there. But there's also, it looks like there's a river you have to cross. It's coming from further up the mountain, which is your final obstacle.
River's my final obstacle. Is the wall? Is not climbing the wall my final obstacle, or is that?
I mean, it's not a very high wall.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yep.
And it's like the wall is just onto like the path.
And how long is this river?
It is about. It's about 30 or 40 feet wide.
30 or 40 feet wide.
There's like a waterfall that's feeding it, so it's quite fast moving.
Okay. Can I go ahead and try a control water?
Sure, yeah.
And try and deflect the water over me, so I'm kind of walking along the riverbed, so to say.
Sure, yeah, okay.
And
give us an athletics check with advantage.
Uh, 16 plus 4 is 20.
Okay, so you're like, yeah, this is. I'm just gonna go over it. I'm gonna walk over there, and I'm the hand of the storm. I'm just gonna walk through this. Fuck rivers, and you cast your control water, and you just you start wading through, and it just parts for you, and you cross over the river, and then you give us an athletics check to see how well you do climbing the wall.
It's a 14, so 18.
18. Yeah. So you just walk through this river. You don't no faltering. You just walk through the river, up to the thing, you start clambering up, and then you're on this big sort of flat plain almost, and there's like 8 or 9 massive storm crows kind of hopping around, and a couple flying up above, and they generally don't pay you any attention. They're tapping on the ground with things trying to open, like one of them's got like a weasel.
Okay, shit. So they're right there. Okay. Man, I don't know what does this ring do? What can I do with this ring?
Let me check. So, the Ring of Animal Influence. You can cast Speak with Animals, Animal Friendship, or Fear, targeting only beasts with an intelligence of 3 or lower. I just got 3 charges.
Okay, so Animal Friendship and Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
I'm not doing Fear. So.
Yeah, I expect you won't fancy that.
No. Can I have a look at Are there other nests around?
There are nests like a little. So there's like there's the flat plain you're on, and
Mhm.
then the nearest kind of vertical section of mountain. There's a couple of big nests that look like they're kind of jutted into like cavities in the mountain wall.
Okay, so they're up there.
Yeah, they're a
not,
little
like...
further up.
Okay, that's fine.
There's like one crow out there, like hanging out in his nest.
I don't suppose I can recognize that crow that peeled off earlier.
Before you only really got a silhouette.
Yeah.
But give us an insight check.
Nah, so it's a 12.
12.
Could be any of them.
You're like, they're all really the same, aren't they?
Can I get any sort of gauge as to what I think their social hierarchy is, if there is one? Like dogs have alphas and stuff.
Give us a nature check.
Nature is 14 plus 0 because it's intelligence.
14. So there's like a larger crow that's got more silver on its feathers.
Yeah.
And it kind of like it watching them for a few minutes, it seems like it kind of like when it moves, the other crows move out of its way.
Right.
So that feels like that one might be in charge, but other than that, you can't really get much of a gauge on like if there's any deputies or anything like that.
I think I found my crow. I'm gonna go ahead and what should I cast? Speak with animals or animal friendship? I like to cast Speak with Animals on that one, on the big one.
Okay.
I think I'd like to just walk up to it.
All right.
Kind of just like, yeah.
Sure. So you kind of you're like you have this kind of you don't really know how to use this ring, but you sort of have this intuitive understanding just from wearing it, and you're like, I'm pretty sure I can talk to that now.
Yeah.
It feels like a section of the ring, sort of like it's got like 3 kind of painted runes on it, and one of them kind of fades a little, and you're like, okay, well, something happened, and you kind of get the impression that you can kind of like when you like hear them cawing at each other, you can sort of understand what they're saying.
Right. Okay.
Usually pretty mundane stuff like, no, fuck off, that's my weasel. Fuck off. You had my weasel last week. This is my weasel this time.
All right.
General sort of animal chit chat.
Are they not paying me too much attention?
No, they not really. There's like, oh, there's a guy here.
Right. Okay.
But they're not like afraid or anything either.
Yeah.
They seem pretty comfortable with your presence.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I suppose I'd like to go up to the crow and get its attention.
Sure.
Big one.
So you kind of...
Yeah.
How are you planning to get its attention? If indeed you have a plan.
Can I like go up kind of like behind it, I guess, and rather dramatically like drop Thulnir like head down.
Oh sure, yeah. Okay.
And like I kind of lay it on the ground, and like same with like my shield and stuff, and kind of just walk up, kind of like make a noise and walk up to it.
So you kind of walk up behind it, and it's just kind of hopping around, kind of inspecting the ground, backing at the stone, and you kind of hold your hammer out and go like mic drop it.
Yeah.
And it lands and makes like a larger thud than you'd have expected. It seems to sort of reverberate around the whole sort of mountainside almost. And then this crow kind of heads up and hops around to face you, and then it like looks at you, and then it twists its head, so it's just one eye is looking at you. Yeah. And it's got like this sort of storm cloud thing going on in it, same as your eyes.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of emulate that with my eyes.
Sure,
kind of like stare it down a bit.
Yeah,
and I kind of like bow in some sort of respect. I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
And
give us a. I'm pretty sure they used to have a diplomacy skill. I guess give us a persuasion check, but
Sure.
with wisdom.
Okay. Sorry, what was that?
A persuasion check with wisdom.
Okay. Yes, nice. 19.
Yeah, so you're like you stare it down, and it stares at you, but it sort of its eye remains kind of wide and sort of friendly, rather than like narrowed and kind of concerned. And then it kind of turns back, faces you like full on. But kind of.
I'll say like. I'll start talking and say I climbed this mountain to try and to find something to earn the people's respect.
Stormlord said you were coming.
The Stormlord.
And it attacks the ground twice.
I'll say like I'm one of the Stormlord's hands, and I'll use a call lightning off in the distance or something.
It kind of swivels around and watches as there's like this bolt of lightning like shoots off the main storm cloud, and like way bigger than any other call lightning that's happened before that you cast it. Just like this massive bolt like slams into the hillside, and it leaves like this sort of smoking trail.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And it sort of turns and watches.
I'll can I reach my hand out? I guess like for its I don't know, the top of its beak or whatever. Just like hold. Yeah, something like that. I'll like just hold it out for it to approach.
Yeah,
and I'll be like,
kind of hops once.
And it's like I'll be like, will you join my journey? I guess.
Closer. Let me look in your eyes.
I'll stare it down. I'll step closer and stare it down. Oh man.
Give us a religion check.
That would be a 22.
22.
No, 21. 21. 22.
It kind of stares at you.
Yeah.
No lies in those eyes.
That's
We
right. I'm a
shall
liar.
see. Perhaps. But it kind of looks around. It's becoming a bit more dramatic as it kind of as you chat to it. Why?
I would be no champion without a steed, and they will not respect me.
Who?
And I need their respect. The people of the mountain. The ones you look down on.
Little dwarves, no wings,
No wings.
no wings.
I need their respect.
Scared
so
of mountain.
They are scared of the mountain. And I need one of you. I need one of. I need to bring you back with me to prove myself, and so they will open the gates to the mountain so I can climb it.
We can be slaves to no winged dwarfs.
I wouldn't ever enslave you. I'm not throwing a collar on you. I'm asking you to join me.
I know why you wish for me or us to join you. But why should we join you?
If you join me, I will get rid of that storm. I will get rid of the thing that stops you from
The
seeing the top
pretender!
of this mountain.
Huh?
You may leave at any time
The
if you
fake one?
want. If I yes, I will take down the fake one. I will. He has ruined the name of Altius, and he has taken it upon himself.
The crow kind of hops over and sort of chitters in the other crow's ears
Mm.
and hops back and says,
Very well. You may
What is your
have
n-
my service for as long as you deserve it.
It seems we have an agreement. What's your name?
he gives his name.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what it is right now.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
But I will. He gives it to you. I will get it to you as soon as I can. And then he kind of hops around, so his back is facing you,
Mhm.
and then it kind of flaps a wing once, and kind of hops.
All right, I grab all my stuff, and hop on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. So you kind of hop
Guess I'll say
on his back.
to Stormguard.
He kind of flaps once, flaps twice, and then there's like a burst of air as you kind of your hair and your beard, your face just gets like blasted back as you're flying through the air.
Yeah.
And he swoops. He does like a couple passes of the mountain.
Yep.
Like a kind of gentle spiral down, and then kind of flies back down towards Stormguard, and lands in like the town square.
Whoa. Okay.
And that's probably where we'll pick up tomorrow.
Hey, great. That's awesome.
Yeah. So there we go. So I don't know if anyone watched the stream,
Oh yeah.
but we'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 or thereabouts, picking up immediately after this with the rest of the gang. So we'll see you then.
See you guys.